indirect or an F&A rate is a percentage that is applied to the direct costs of a project that is used to cover overhead expenses like utilities, administrative support, office supplies. A lot of times it pays for our salaries. These are the expenses that keep the organization running, but they cannot be applied to any one individual project or activity, like electricity, for example. The whole organization uses electricity, so you can't really say that, well, this exact amount was used for this research. And so the indirect cost rate, or the F&A cost rate, is a rate that is created to say, okay, for you to conduct this amount of research, it takes about this much in overhead or indirect expenses that are not directly allocable to this project to keep it going. And so we will give you that amount of money as well. So the F&A rate helps to distribute these shared expenses fairly across various programs. And sometimes the cost, the IDC rates, is added on top of the amount. So let's say, for example, you're applying to a grant for the NIH. The NIH says $100,000 in direct costs is what we'll award you if this is funded. If that's the case, then when the indirect rate, let's say your indirect rate is 37%, then what happens is that when you were awarded the grant, you get that 100 grand, and then you also get the 37,000 on top of that to pay for other expenses. We're going to talk a little bit more in detail about how else that happens when show you some math, but that's sort of like the basics to get started.